What's going on, guys? It's Nick from DMG Lacrosse, and I wanted to show you today a few differences that I noticed in the Blade OG compared to my OG Blade that I believe is a Generation 2, if I'm not mistaken. It doesn't have the serial numbers on the side, but anyways, I'm proud to get this head in today, courtesy of Warrior. Very happy. I found it. I got a nice ring on the bell today. Mailman said, "Here you go," and I looked at it and I was like, "Yes, it's the Blade." Finally, it came in, um, and I was glad to review it. And I got some cool SAT Fisher mesh from Weston. He makes his own really unique mesh that I've done a little. I think I've done a video review, but this is going on. It kind of mimics Six Diamond, and it should look really great. Half purple, half white, so it should look pretty nice when it's in there. But this main video was basically to tell you the differences between this head and the OG Blade. Cosmetically, there is I found about 9 differences. I don't really think they matter too much. I think the only thing that matters to a lot of people, especially a lot of face-off guys, is that the fact that it will perform the same. And from what I noticed, that when I tested the, kind of knocking on the plastic, sounds the same, feels the same. A tad bit stiffer than the one I have, although this one is very old, so that could be a difference as well. I've never had a blade with tags on it, so I couldn't tell you what a brand new one would feel like. In the old model, I do know what it is like in the new model. So when you get the new one, obviously you get the cool tag at the top, the Warrior ball stop, and a little bit of information on the back. Get into there. You guys probably already know this if you guys have one. Basically, it gives you some information, and I like that they kept it, the tag, kind of retro, make it look OG, obviously. So, yeah. But anyways, the first thing I wanted to get into that similarities, obviously. Same plastic, same holes at the top. I compared those to the one that I have, and they're the 4 square holes, same exact things. The bottom holes, same placement. That Warrior logo in the middle, same placement there. And there was a few more, but I probably will get into it when I notice the differences. This one, as opposed to mine, which does not have any serial numbers on the side of the head, this one comes on the side of this side. Which one was it? Yep, left side on the sidewall. Between right here, I don't know if you can see it if I zoom in on a shade. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there is serial numbers, patent numbers here and here. I also noticed that the holes on this one were a lot rounder. I like that. Really cool design, Warrior. And also the top holes are much bigger. Before, you were pretty limited on the size of what you could throw through for a triangle top string or whatever you wanted to do, but I find that these ones are, very, very much a lot better, and I think they may just make a whole more sense. I also like the fact that the holes in the bottom are bigger. Makes a whole lot of sense. If you wanted to string this with, sidewall string, or if you even if you wanted to string this with heavy top nylon, you could do it, and that's cool. Some people like to string their sticks with cross lace, sidewall, or any type of whatever they want, and being able to get through these holes is very important. I always thought if they ever came out with a new, OG Blade or Blade OG, to add more holes, but I think keeping it retro, just like the old one, makes it just more cool. So yeah, getting to another difference that I noticed. This might be just because of my model. When I hold my stick out this way, I don't notice the holes actually sticking out, because I do hold it at this angle a lot, and I don't see them. it's kind of a resemblance of the old what was it, the Evo Pro. The original Evo Pro and the Revo Pro had this where the side holes on each side flared out a little bit more. That's cool, whatever. Um, Also noticed that the scoop on the back on my head, for some odd reason, um, has this first indent, but the second indent is very, very flat. Almost to the point where you could you could run your finger right down to the hole and feel it. See if I can get the other one in there so you can see it as well. Um, so you can see the scoop. Let me just get this and kind of get it in frame. Scoop to scoop. So you can see it. Yeah, I mean it does have obviously scoopies, so it does have a 1. You can see the 2, and then obviously the 3rd. This one is just a little bit more refined. Maybe it's the scoopies, maybe it's not. I just feel this one's just a little bit more of a flatter scoop, whereas this one is just a little bit more rounded off, which I think does make a little bit of sense because people did complain about the OG obviously having a really flat scoop, and that was one of the main problems. But the good thing about having the blade, the OG blade, in the first generation, second gen, and the third gen, all having differences, whether it be the longer throat, the widener throat, the serial numbers on the side, I think it gave Warrior a great idea point or to go by when they came out with this, to figure out, let's say, okay, well, what do we want to add? What do we want to keep? What do we want to make better? Or do we want to just stamp out a new one and just that'll be that? And I think that's kind of like the idea they were going for, which, obviously they wanted to keep the same shape, same plastic. So I think obviously the plastic being the most important part, yeah, obviously. And obviously when they think of things to make better, obviously, the holes, make those a little bit, bigger, so, any kind of string can, get through there. Obviously, they did do something else with the screw hole. That's a little bit different, a little bit more flush. I remember the old one on mine. It's covered up with tape right now, but it's a little bit different. I noticed that off the bat. And also just noticing that when I had it straight down, when I bought when I got this, I didn't pay for it, excuse me, but when this one came in, I noticed that, obviously right there you can see that dramatic flare, and you can see that huge little bulge on the side. I didn't notice that with the black, and that could be just because this one's a white one and that one's a black one, and it's been a while since I've seen a true white OG blade, or Blade OG. I keep getting confused with these damn heads. Yeah, I mean, awesome remake, awesome. I've deflared mine a few different times to try to get it because it gets pinched so much. And so if you want to look at the comparison between the size of what you get in the middle, they're just about the same. So let me give you an indent there. Try to get really close. Hopefully you guys can pick this up. Again, this is black, so it's going to be a little bit harder to tell. But from what I can see on this one, it's relatively the same. I mean, you can see those two little circular holes between the two holes, the two middle holes, which is the mold mark. And you can see those on the Blade OG as well, which I think is cool. And it just makes for I think they really did just knocked it out of the park. I've seen many reviews on the new one, but I have not seen many reviews where somebody would take the new one, the Blade OG, and put an OG blade next to it and say, is there really any difference, without saying, oh yeah, this is exactly the same one? Which, to me, I say no, because obviously there was 3 different generations of the blade. And I think when they remade this one, they took the best parts of every generation that they made of the OG, the OG blade, and put it into the Blade OG. And I think that's just absolutely phenomenal. I think they did a great thing with the ball stop as well, because I know a lot of the OG blades that people find nowadays don't come with ball stops, and I just took a Rabel one and put it on that one, so I liked it. Looks great, and it fits the head really well when you take it and when you look it around this way, as opposed to fits pretty well. Um, I think it does. What do you guys think? So, yeah. So, Blade OG Blade. Really not much to say as far as, you know, major differences, as I could put it into small words. But the fact is they knocked it out of the park. I said before, and I really like it. I'm excited to see how it's going to string up with the Fisher mesh, and I think it's going to look great. I really do. It's kind of sad I don't want to take the tag off of this. I'd love to just string it up and throw it on the wall. So I'm going to have to figure something out on how to take that tag off and re-put it back on with the stringing, because I think it would add a nice dramatic touch. Let's see what it looks pre-done. Yeah. Oh, that looks bomb. Basically what it's going to look like is this piece is going to sit down flat like that, and the blade is going to go over it. So that's how it's going to look. Obviously stretched out. These diamonds are going to get wider. So it's just going to look awesome, I believe. And I think Weston is going to be really happy when he sees it as well. So that's pretty much the differences that I found. If you guys have found any differences, let me know. If you guys own a Blade OG and an OG Blade, feel free to chime in and let me know what you guys think of either or. And if you found any more differences or similarities that maybe I didn't pick up on, that would be great to know. So yeah, the only thing that I did find out was watching Greg Renlund's video, and he said that if you want to, definitely take these out to face off, give it a boil first, and then after that it's money. That's his quote, because it does feel a little bit stiff right now, and especially being up in New England where I am right now, I don't want to go outside with 7-degree weather and just test this thing out, because it would just snap in 2 seconds, because with the wind chill being where it is at minus 10 degrees, yeah, it's just not too cold. So yeah, very excited. Thank you again to Warrior Sports for hooking this up. Gonna do a bunch of different things with this, and yeah, if you guys are watching, the last thing I gotta say is there is another one, another Blade OG that I've been, actually, I know you guys have seen me give away a lot, sell a lot of different heads on Instagram, and I got another head to give off on Instagram. It's gonna be a Blade OG, and not this one. This one's mine. So if you see another photograph on Instagram, know that it is not mine. It is somebody else's. So yeah, hopefully you guys liked the video. I know it was kind of just kind of OL, but yeah, that's it. So hopefully you guys liked, and I will talk to you guys soon. Enjoy your day, and hopefully you liked it. Take it easy. Peace.